Nah, great Friday, and it's been raining. Kind of like drying up now. Let's get in here. Ooh, what is that I see? A deck in the mold. Let's get this beast out of there and see how it looks. This is a Firefly deck. So I'm excited to see how thick that's going to be. I squeezed the shit out of this deck. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. Good pop. Awesome and epic. Also, I want to, before it gets too late and the lights start to dim down outside, daylight, because I don't have all the camera lights, which I really wanted to get. What is it called? A softbox kit or something like that? I don't know, a softbox kit. I like to get something like that, like a proper camera lighting and stuff for my videos. I haven't found anywhere where I could get the soft lighting and everything like that cheap enough, but I will eventually find it, which could be cool. So yeah, let me drill this sucker and we can get going. So what I do is I got this side, it's got lots of holes in it, and I haven't tightened it up very much, so I'm just going to put it down there, and then I'm loosening this here, squeezing it all the way down because I don't want it to be drilling way too deep down. There we go. Hold the deck. As you can see, my mold is making those 4 holes there because it's got these alignment pins there. I swear to God, I think I get hay fever. Alright, let's start some drilling. That's it, that's how you drill the 4 top holes. Then I'm going to show you how I countersink. When I countersink, I use just a couple of pieces of veneer, and I'm going to show you why. I don't know how much you can see with the camera. Let me just grab 2 pieces of veneer here. Just normal, doesn't have to be coloured or anything, just a piece of veneer. Let me see if I can put you guys up over here so you can see more. I think you can. Okay, so what I do is change my drill from the 1.4 millimeter, we go, thank you, to a 3 millimeter for countersinking. Then what I do is get that to sit in there, so it just sits there. I take my deck, which I've pre-drilled, and I put it down on the hole. I don't start pressing, I'll loosen this up, and then I go all the way down till that can't go any further. And remember that the drill is being put down into one of the holes and then go as far down as it can. Alright. Then you tighten this beast up. Once you get the right height, you can start with putting 1 veneer down and you can try and drill. Hold the drill in the hole for a little second, or a second or 2, just to make sure it moves all the wood. See, that was with 1 layer of veneer, but that's not quite deep enough, or is it? It might be deep enough, but if you don't think it's deep enough, put another one, and then you'll get the depth of 2 layers of veneer. That's how I do it, so that's how I basically control my countersinking. So that's basically it. That's countersunk now. All I have to do now is get my my template and figure out which way it fits perfectly. That's not the way, so I'll flip it around like that to see the lines where pins will go in there. And then I can just hold that, take my pencil, and I can just draw lightly around, and then I will have a 32mm wide deck if I sand it correctly. But to make sure my decks are the absolute same width, what I use when I sand, I got one of these, which is called a gauge, I think it is, like this here. You've probably seen them, and I put that to 32mm, like, which is there, and that should fit quite good with my thing here. See, that's actually a little bit wider. That is actually, no, it's precisely 32 if you look there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's how I do that. But basically, go back and search on my channel. Go to my channel and find the search field. Search iZilly and then Fingerboard, and you'll get basically everything which I've done with fingerboarding. And there should be some tutorials about how I'm making decks as well. So yeah. Right, I'm gonna start sanding that because I'm in the mood right now for doing that. I'm gonna put another deck in the mold, which is awesome. So yeah, catch you later. Let us talk iPhone 6. A lot of people are like really complaining about the iPhone 6, and they're saying, well, the 6 Plus, and it's bending in the pockets, and it's a crap phone. And I had so many people saying, don't buy it, it's gonna bend your pocket. Seriously guys, people know it's made of aluminium. It's not made of plastic, and it's not made of some sort of like new amazing indestructible metal or whatever. It's made of aluminium, and aluminium is a soft metal. And for the people who bend their iPhones by having them in the pocket, who in their right mind will keep a phone, iPhone 6 Plus, that size thing in your back pocket and sit down on it? And whoever does it in the front pocket, I would say you gotta have like really small pockets or something like that. If your iPhone can't fit, then you can bend it. I mean, I haven't seen the iPhone 6 yet in the right size, but I have actually made like a cutout of it and put it on a piece of foam board and trying to have it in my pocket and stuff. That was no problem at all. But it's, what I don't understand is the people who's moaning about all this is usually Android people, and yeah, the few people who has bent the iPhones. I mean, you got to think about how many people has reported maybe iPhones bending. Should we say maybe 1,000? But think about how many iPhone 6 Plus has been sold over the last week. And I will also say, if people bend their iPhones and although the iPhone 6 Plus, it's because they're not looking well after it. They're just careless about it, and that's the problem out there. So many people buy these expensive devices, and are probably people which are in positions of having enough money so they can just go and buy whatever they really want. And if you are a person like me, which really have to watch your money and really can't like go out and buy expensive stuff whenever you feel up for it, then when you get a device like that, you will look really well after it. You would now know, well, if you can bend it in your pocket, don't put it in your pocket. So that's just as simple. If there's been reports about the iPhone will bend when you have it in your pocket, solution's easy, don't put it in your pocket. And I am also like completely amazed to see how it always is, like whenever a new iDevice comes out from Apple, ranting, moaning, problems, yelling, and it's all the Android people very often who's moaning about it. Where, on the other hand, when Android comes out a new phone, you hardly ever see any Apple people moaning about that. And then the Android people will say, well, that's because Android's so good. Honestly, I try to give Android a chance. Paul and I bought one of my friend's Android phone, and we just don't like it. It's not the actual device, we just don't like the system, Android, and it's not for us. And we don't like the Windows mobiles either, or whatever they're called. iOS is just what works for Paul and I, and that's just a preference. And I'm not hating on Android, I just say it's not for us. But it's funny how it's always Android people who have to moan about iPhone and Apple. It's so weird why they can't just accept that some people want to buy this and they buy that. It's just a bloody device. It's not like a war. And if people ask me if I'm an Apple freak, What do you think? Maybe. Should we continue? I also have an iPod down here somewhere. Yes, I am an Apple lover, or I certainly do like Apple because I only had good experiences with it. Except that my laptop has fried out, but that was wear and tear. I mean, that's not because the actual iOS was wrong. The system works perfectly. That was because that was been worn out because I edit videos every single day. Like this camera one day will wear out because I record so much with it. So yeah, it's just iPhone 6 Plus. Yes, it can bend if you don't look after it. So can many other things. If you take your laptop, throw it on the ground, it will break. If you drive a car into a wall, it will crash and smash and break. Put your iPhone in your pocket and sit down on it in the back pocket. Yes, you can bend it. So people will not throw the laptop in the floor because they know it'll break. People will not run their car liberally into a wall because they know it'll smash. So people should not put their iPhones in the pocket because they know it will bend. Sorted! Yay! Haha guys, I just filmed another trick with my pill, and what I did is actually did like a spin trick, but then I like jumped all over the beams here, like they really were like jumping over. I just shot it across. I'll try to see if I can show you what I did. So I was like this, and I'd like over and caught it, and I did that all over all three of them. If you want to see that video clip, go and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to leave a link down in the description for that. Or you can go to Instagram and search for iZilly. It's not just iZilly because someone else has that username, so you have to put iZilly and an S on the end. So iZilllys. That's how you find me on Instagram. But that was really cool. I didn't think I could do it, but I managed to get it, and I haven't seen how it's going to look yet on the GoPro. Oh, talking of GoPro, the 8th of October, they are announcing the new GoPro Hero 4, which looks really, really awesome. And being a GoPro or tech geek, which I am, I, of course, really would love to get it, but I just basically had the 3 Plus, and that's fine for now. I might upgrade later on, but I can definitely show you how the new GoPro Hero 4 is supposed to look like. If this is true, I mean, it looks so legit, so I couldn't imagine it wouldn't be true. It really looks good. So this here is supposed to be the new GoPro, which is able to film in 4K. It looks really like the other one, it's just called GoPro Hero 4. And then you can see the slightly difference on the screen there. Big difference on the back. It's got a built-in screen, if that is true. But that really is cool if it's true. And yeah, it looks really awesome. So very excited for that. And the only thing which I like don't really know about is like, well, you still got the battery pack you can put there over the screen, but that doesn't really make sense, does it? But yeah, that's definitely interesting to see. That's going to be the new camera. You can see the specs you can film in there. So anyone out there want to sponsor me a GoPro Hero 4? Only joking, guys. But no, seriously, if anyone would. Cool. Look at my lava lamp. Do you guys remember I refurbished that? I added new water, blue water, and I cleaned the water. And the lava looks really clear and beautiful right now. Yeah, look how shiny it is. So I'm really happy I did that. Got yet another dig in the mold. It's going to sit there for tomorrow. And this one got red and green plies in the middle. I don't know if you can spot that, but it has. I'm going to show you guys how I put graphics on. This here is for a kid who bought his fingerboard, and he wants his football club to be on there. So I made it this way with a whole lot of the logos in the background, like all mixed up and turned different angles and stuff. And then the main logo in the middle. So that's just printed on normal paper, guys. And I'm going to get that onto here. And because paper is wood. For those of you who didn't know, shame on you. But yeah, of course. So you just cut this out. And don't do this on your normal tabletop. This here is a workshop tabletop, so I'm allowed to do so. So what you got to do is figure out what's tail and nose. I can tell just by looking at my decks, so I can tell that this here is the nose, and I want it to be so when he looks at it, it's going to be like that. So you take a bit of glue, not very much though, a tiny little bit here. I'm just going to make sure the graphic looks correct. And then you take a little bit of glue and just, I usually do the S, I call it the S, like a little bit over there and a little bit over there. We need a very, very thin amount. And remember what's tail and what's nose. This is nose, so spread out the glue with your finger. It's only wood glue, it's not really gonna kill you or anything unless you have like some sort of strange allergic reaction towards wood glue. I can't say, some people could have. Make sure you get over just around the edge, so you just like basically coming over, flip it over and do the tail as well. Alright, so when you've done that, just flip her off the glue. Make sure still remember what's tail and what's nose. Then you can, if you want to, use a lamp, which I'm going to use now. It's here, and you can hold that up in front of you, you can see through and you can find out where it's supposed to sit. So I'm going to do that like this and find out where my graphic is going to be sitting in the very center. And that looks very much like it. Alright, so when I've done that, what you can do then, if you have like a pillow or something like that, or take a towel, put that down like so, just put your deck on top of that and squeeze down like this, and just press into tail and nose, not at the same time, just do the tail alone and squeeze down along the deck. I don't know if you can see, but like squeeze it sideways and squeeze the end and the other end, and when you've done that, it will actually fit nicely. Then what you have to do is to get like a file. I use an emery board because that is like what I just have, like this. And you go sanding around the edge, just like when you put grip tape on a real skateboard. Where you can use like a file. Some people just cut around it. I used to like file it off. It takes longer, but the outcome is just really nice. So you do this all the way around. Hold it at an angle, not like that, but hold it like an angle, so you like really sanding off around. You don't want anything to stick over the edge. And just go around the edge. Make sure you don't use a too strong emery board, because you could actually end up taking some of the wood off of the actual deck. You don't want to do that. So here we go. And this here, guys, will not turn out as a wearable graphic. You're going to clear coat on top of this, so this graphic's going to sit for a very long time until you wear down the clear coat. Some people would like to have the proper wearable graphics, which can look cool, I agree on that, but you have to get like heat transfer paper with the graphics on, which is not that easy to come by unless you know someone who actually works in like a graphical computer or graphical design or whatever, and have the connections to get that. I haven't got it. I know that Homewood got it, and Berlinwood got it, and a couple other companies probably also got it. I haven't got it, and I don't know if I ever will get it. I think I'm gonna stay this way. This is my method of doing it, which I always have done it this way. So yeah. Just go around the edge, make sure that everything is off. You can see when I hold it, I'm going like in a 45-degree angle, and I'm not just staying in the same place, I'm pulling along, you can see like this, just to make sure that I get all the edges off nicely. See? If it'll focus. There we go. Graphic looks nice. When I get clear coated, it's going to be even more vibrant, the colors. And you can see the holes through there. That's going to take the drill and stick the drill through. But that is basically going to be it for today, guys. Because I don't really want to record anymore. Because it's like, wow, this is like 8-9 minutes. Crazy. So I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Take good care. Love you all as always. Stay awesome and epic. Peace, guys. Alright, so the bread mega is done. And we're taking out the loaf, which is cool. That's the tray which everything was baking in. And we made it here better. And look. It looks really nice and still very warm, but it just looks pretty good. And